My name is Ashley Rhodes-Courter. I'm 24 years old. I am a writer and child welfare advocate. And if you are a survivor of any kind of adversity, you automatically have an arena that you can be really effective in, because undoubtedly there are other people experiencing those same hardships. If I were to share a lesson with other people who are pursuing their passions, I would have to say that you always have to be doing something that you're truly passionate about, that you really love. And when you're being true to yourself and you're keeping yourself in check, your mind, body, spirit healthy, then you're going to be able to make a tremendous difference in the rest of the community.
Ashley now travels globally, sharing best practices for sustaining families, children, schools, agencies, communities, and companies.
And when I got to school, I was even more horrified because I didn't know where any of my classrooms were. My locker was completely far on the other side of the school. Nothing was closed. My one glimmer of hope was that the swim coach at one point approached me and was like, "Hey you, what's your name?" And I was like, I'm Ashley Rhodes-Courter. Like, the faculty's taking interest in me. This is awesome. He's like, "We want you for the swim team." And I was like, awesome, they want me for a team. This is so great. I like your big feet. That too did not make me feel any better.
And I'm like, don't worry, I got this, because if I go PTSD on everybody, I'm in a room full of social workers. So it's sort of a perfect dynamic. But my background is I spent almost 10 years in foster care, during which time I had 14 different foster homes. And I later learned that almost 25% of my foster parents were or became convicted felons. So when I went up to them, I was like, "Hey guys, let's do something." Their response was, "Oh, Ashley, let's hug it out. Why don't we deal with this in therapy?" And I'm like, "No, you crazy old hippies, like, this is the real deal. We've got to do something, we've got to stand up, we've got to be that advocate, we've got to fight." And fortunately, Mary Miller, who was still this volunteer and a part of our lives, stepped forward, and we were able to start a whole series of lawsuits in the state of Florida that changed a lot of policy. So that was sort of my first taste at what this macro social work can be, how one story can change, how one story can make that.
I don't know where I would be if I hadn't been adopted, but I know one thing. I wouldn't be here on Capitol Hill talking to all of you people. So thank you for what you have done, are doing, and most importantly, what you will be doing.